This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes Aaron Philo, a portal addition from Georgia Tech. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. From the gun, it's Pryor. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well run him again. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Caught. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Wide receiver going in motion. A run for the quarterback. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Now they're going to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's ball. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory, they need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Gators!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Ahmad Hardy, this is a matchup of a pair of standout running backs.
And man, oh man, if times change, when you're seeing two senior running backs go at it, right? Like back in the day, oh, you got so many hits, you got so many takes on the body. Well, NIL, these guys are getting paid a little bit better. These two guys been around the block, Palmer. We know who they are. We know what they are. And I know this means a lot. Who wants to show off the most and say, hey, wait a minute, we talking about NFL draft? Remember, I showed this guy up. Like, our team won. I had the better day.
Yeah, and both of these guys are going to get their touches in this game. Make no mistake about it. Both offenses are predicated on the ability to control the line of scrimmage and run the football. And what I like about these two guys, they are home run hitters. Don't blink. It takes one play, and they can go the distance. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
Gets rid of it. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing Simmons. Turns up, it's Hardy. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. This time they'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Turns into the pile. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. The run inside. It's Hardy. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Out wide left, it's Hardy. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Left side is Pryor. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes the offense on first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Wants to go up top on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They're now up 9-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes with the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Running inside, it's Hardy. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Simmons. He's going to run it. Took care of it himself. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Fires immediately.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Hits inside. It's Pryor. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Long way to go on second down. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires downfield. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder. I thought for sure that thing was going to be falling incomplete, but he reels it in, and it's a massive first down for the offense.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Throwing Simmons. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Absolutely center cut. The lead is down to a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Number 19, set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He's past the marker. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 3 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. On the ground with the counter. He's got enough. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down, 10 yards to go. One more time, it's Hardy. Quick step and go. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Turns upfield. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second and grab.
Second and long here. The give to Hardy. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Hardy. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll run it with Hardy. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
And this is tough. Second half of the game, you're down by 3. You know a field goal is going to tie it, but this is a golden opportunity here, David, to take the lead. I think I'm going for the touchdown.
Green light. I'm going for it. Second half, man, I can take the lead right here. I like my chances, and even if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field.
He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball again. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Straight ahead, it's Pryor. He's out past the 35. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Escapes the pressure going right. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick give. It's Bryant. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Now, these offenses that are built for late-game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Pryor. Stopped right there. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try the counter. Fighting off the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's hard to coaches this week. That's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it!
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gator!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it back looking for help. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Right back to Hardy on first down. He's past the sticks. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Simmons. On the run, fires downfield. On target over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Hardy. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And now it's a one-possession game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an...
Makes a grab and room to run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Swapped immediately. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. From the gun, it's ball. And eventually taken down. What about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Here's Jaden one more time. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's a give the ball. All over him immediately.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Here's Simmons to throw. He wants a big play here late. Goes high to pull it in. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. In the red area, it's Hardy. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
Number 19, set to kick off.
And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down here for the offense. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Biggest drive of the game right now as the clock is winding down, a chance to win it before overtime. The run inside. It's Pryor. Finding some room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his target. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now. His last 2 games out, completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. He got it! Hey,